Worcester, and welcome to the WPS News. I'm Tadalachineta de Cruz.
And I'm Muriel Gibbons. This is a special edition of WPS News. All new stories were filmed and produced by students in the TV broadcasting class at South High Community School.
First, we are going to introduce you to the exciting world of innovation and technology right at South High School in the robotics program. At the heart of this adventure is Mr. Jones, the passionate and dedicated teacher who runs the program.
With years of experience and a contagious enthusiasm for all things robotics, Mr. Jones is inspiring the next generation of inventors and engineers. Let's check it out.
Hi, my name is Deka and I'm here with
Mr. Jones.
And today we're going to be interviewing him about the Robotics Club. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your passion for robotics?
Sure. I started at South 4 years ago. I've been teaching here for a few years, and I really love engineering and physics. I'm a physics teacher. Robotics Club is something we used to have in the old building, but when we came to the new building, we had a lot more robotics equipment and new stuff, and I wanted to take it over and see if we could grow it even bigger, and it turns out we've done exactly that. And I just love the program. It's a lot of fun for me and a lot of fun for the students.
Yeah, can you tell us why students should be excited about the South High Robotics Club?
Yeah, I think the best part about the club is you learn a lot about engineering and you learn a lot about physics, but you also learn about teamwork and working together. And we have students coming from all different parts of the building, from the Goddard Scholars Program, from the Auto and Diesel Program, and they all come together here in robotics to make something amazing, to build a robot that can play this year's VEX Robotics game, which is really cool.
Next up, we would like to introduce our viewers to the face of our school, Principal Jeffrey Creamer.
Mr. Creamer continues in his father's and grandfather's footsteps as a staff member at South High School. He is also a graduate. Let's dive in. Hi, I'm Muriel Gibbons, and I'm here with our principal, Mr. Creamer. How do you think students can actively contribute to the improvement of our school?
I think students here do a great job getting involved. We have many students attend our events. We have offer over 40 clubs in after-school activities that are attended regularly. Many athletic events. We have robotics. We have everything from sewing club to a weightlifting club. So there's something for everybody at South High School, and it's nice to see after school students staying after and taking advantage of the beautiful facilities and offerings we have. And my hope is that they feel comfortable here and enjoy their time being here.
What advice do you have for high school students to make the most of their educational experience?
I think the biggest thing when I meet with the freshmen every year is to impress on them of getting involved in something in high school. Again, whether it's an athletic team or a club or a social group after school, I just think it's so important to get involved and be part of things and find that love that makes you want to be here every day. And I think our kids do a great job at that. But that's the whole key, I think, is feeling part of something.
South High Community School offers more advanced placement classes than any other school in Worcester, with award-winning teachers and one of the highest percentages of qualifying scores.
AP Physics, AP Human Geography, and AP Microeconomics are just one of the few 23 AP courses South High Community School has to offer students. Let's listen to some of South's most beloved AP teachers.
Hi, I'm Tadalachineta de Cruz, and I'm here with
Mr. Cormier.
What AP class do you teach at South High?
I teach AP Microeconomics.
What do you hope your students take away from your class?
So I hope all my students leave my classroom with a basic understanding of how the economy works and an idea of supply and demand and how prices and quantity fluctuate.
These are actually college classes, and they're the same classes that anyone across the country would be taking. So when a student goes from here to any school, whether it's you're going to Worcester State, you're going to WPI, you're going to Princeton, so the students leaving from here have a much better sense of confidence going in, knowing that they've had the same exposure to the same material that these students who might have gone to private schools or more affluent public schools. So I feel like they feel more at par with the students when they go off to college.
Why do you think AP course offerings are important to our student population at South High?
Oh, for the rigor, for what you learn, for the, just having the discipline to complete an AP class. It's something you will take from and move on from South High and use in college and elsewhere.
In our last segment, students from the Superintendent's Student Advisory interview our superintendent, Dr. Monárrez.
Let's tune in to hear what they discussed.
Good day and welcome to Ask the Superintendent. I'm proud Superintendent of Worcester Public Schools, Rachel Monárrez, and I'm here with two dynamic scholars from South High. Good morning.
Good morning.
Want to go ahead and introduce yourselves to our viewing audience?
Yes. My name is Cordelia Kiki and I'm a senior.
My name is Alex and I'm a
Proud colonels.
Yes,
Proud
very.
Go colonels. Just want to note the color combination for our viewing audience. We've got some red, white, and black going on. All right, so you have some questions for me?
Yes, we do.
What would you like to know?
How do you promote a positive and inclusive school culture that values diversity and fosters a sense of belonging for all students?
So I really want to ask you, where did you get that question from? But then you won't get the answer, right? So maybe we'll have some time after. So I really appreciate the question. And I have to say, you have to start with yourself. Right. So I start with myself, and I have spent a lot of time really learning about educational neuroscience, which just talks about how do you make sure that when you're around people, when you're in a space, whether that's a school, a district office, or just in life, how do you help people to feel safe, wanted, and cared for? And as human beings, we desire that. That's how we then can learn at our optimal level. So modeling that is first and foremost. And so first I have to check myself and make sure that I show up to every space, really trying to illuminate what I want others to feel. And then when I am not doing that, I reflect upon it, and then I go back and I'm very apologetic, because I know there are times when I'm like in a space or at a meeting and I've said something that may have not been even what I really wanted to say, or I was too flippant in my response. So then I practice vulnerability as well, because because I have the title of superintendent doesn't mean that I can do whatever I want, that I have to be very thoughtful and think about the other person. So the last part I would say in that is I really like to, and this is something you learn, or I have learned over time, is really, instead of getting defensive with people, this vulnerability is about having an open heart and seeing people for who they are, and that everybody has dreams, desires, and hopes for the future. And so even when someone might be coming at you and they're upset, really what is it behind that? And looking at the person as a human with hopes, desires, and dreams, and then practicing that with them. So it's this combination of modeling what I want to see in other people, but also starting with myself, being vulnerable when I'm not at my best, and telling people, apologizing, having an open heart, and just seeing people as humans. And it sounds very simple. It is very difficult to do each and every day. But that's in what I've experienced, what I've read, and what I believe really makes a difference for a positive learning culture where everybody feels belong and diversity is valued.
Thank you.
That's a great response.
Thank you. Thank you. Who's got the next question? Okay, good.
What's your passion behind becoming a superintendent?
You. It's really you. It's the students that I serve. I'll tell you though, I had no intention of being a superintendent when I became a teacher. That was not my aspiration. I did want to be, I didn't know what it was called at the time, but at some point I was like, oh, I want to be the person who gets to decide all the instructional decisions for the district, because I love teaching and learning. But over time I realized how much opportunity there is to really shape lives for children as the superintendent. Because I went into education to really help change the trajectory for children who I believed people didn't see the positive potential, the brilliance of the child. And so, you know, it'd be like, well, you don't speak English, so how can you possibly? Or, you know, you grew up in this area, so you can't. And I was like, I don't believe in that at all. And I want to change opportunities for not only the students I'm serving, but then their families in the future. So, so why a superintendent? So I have the opportunity to create access and impact, positive impact for future generations. I mean, because selfishly speaking, y'all gonna take care of me. So I'll make sure you have what you need so you can take care of us. Yes. But for the greater world, yeah. I just think that that's really important. So it's because of you all. That's why I'm here in Worcester too.
Thank you.
Thank you, yeah.
We appreciate it a lot.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's it for this special edition of WPS News.
From here,
Anywhere.
together.